Okay, welcome back to part two of the class. Had a few technical difficulties. So we left off talking about the HPOC conference. So that will be September 17th through the 19th, 2026 in Atlanta, Georgia. I do plan on being there because we will be launching the Black Alliance. And so is I guess whatever ceremony they take place for that, I would need to be there. But I also have the AIA conference, and we're going to stop screen sharing. So you can kind of take a look at where to go to find out more information about the AIA conference. Now, now that I've been elected to the board, Um, we didn't plan this conference because the previous board planned this conference, but I will be in attendance for the full conference and also will be volunteering there also. So that conference is September 24th through 27th, 2026 in Hendersonville, North Carolina. Now, I'm hearing that it's like up the mountain, so it's like 30 minutes from Asheville, North Carolina. And I do believe that Asheville is like 2 hours from Atlanta. So, one of the things that they're doing, let me stop the screen share and then go to the website first, or I could screen share the website. That's what I needed to do because you weren't able to see it. Um, Hate all of that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's the HPOC uh, conference. This was the conference they had back in September of 2025. So you can kind of see how much fun they had. You get to dress up with our little hair things. I'm learning how to do this these hair wraps so I could be ready for the conference. But it looks like they had a great time. So where is the uh, that's the sorority. I forgot. This is the sorority website. You're gonna get a link to the websites at the end. So if you have a phone or and you want to screenshot those links at the end or take a picture of it from your computer, but I wanted to show that to you. But this is the AIA website. That'll be also in the links at the end of this presentation. And you can register for a webinar that will take place January 14th, and it'll give you the highlights of the program and more information about the conference. I do not have the registration. I don't think the registration information is available right now. When I checked it the other day, it wasn't. I don't know if it will be. It more than likely will be by the time January 14th come around when they do the conference. I mean, do the conference call for this. But you can go to the AIA website and right there on the front page, you can just click on the conference and then you'll be able to go through and look at different features. One thing that I do want to um, feature here, they are still looking for exhibitors. So you can go through and find out what is required and the cost to be an exhibitor at the conference. Of course, the speakers and workshops are um, they do that a year in advance, choosing the speakers. But I will give you a sneak peek of the speakers. Deb Atterby, she spoke last year, but looks like she gets the full stage this year. And she used to be Jessie Hawkins, but I think it's Kavanaugh now. She's also big in the research. There's some of you have talked about the Herbals Without Borders. So she is the founder of that. I heard that's a great organization also to join. That's very low cost for those who are herbalists, because Denise Kuzak is an herbalist and an aromatherapist. And so I heard great things about her program. Some of these people I don't know yet. I do know Dawn Brady because she is the one that have the website that I give my clients as a reference, which is aromaweb.com. I met Patty Ranavino, Ranavio. I can't pronounce her name. Sorry, Patty. But she and her husband market oils from Madagascar. So yes, I do have some oils from her. Um, and I believe if you go to her website and sign up for the newsletter, you can get a 50% off coupon for any of the oils on the site. This is Elle. She is one of our speakers this year. Last year, she was the girl, if y'all saw my conference pictures, that had the hat on. And we just connected instantly at the webinar, been keeping up with each other. She was not even an aromatherapist last year in 2023 when we had the conference. Was it 2023? Yeah, 2023. So she wasn't even an aromatherapist, but now she is, and she's going to present. So that's just kind of shows you what the possibilities are, that she goes from a certified aromatherapist, and then 2 years later, she's speaking at one of the conferences. I'm not sure. Oh, I think I'm on LinkedIn with, I guess, Dr. Sayel. I guess I'll find out how to pronounce his name at the conference. But Michael Scholes on one of my interviews, and he attended my presentation because he was one of the ones I had to interview for the presentation. So I look forward to finally seeing him as a speaker. And of course, my friend Hannah Tisserin, she's the other half of the Tisserand Institute, and one of the ones that reached out to me to help to see what they could do to help spearhead my career in aromatherapy. So she will be one of the speakers this year. Then we have different workshops. So the conference, from what I'm told, is going to be a lot less expensive than the one that we had 2 years ago. And so those speakers are included in that fee. But the master classes and the workshops you can purchase separately. So we're going to have Mark Webb talking about aromatic medicine for a 5-hour workshop. So I signed up to be a volunteer in his workshop. I don't know if I'll get selected for that one. Um, so I think once we can volunteer for one of the workshops and we don't have to pay, but then if we do more than one, then we have to pay half price for it. That's what the board members are able to do. But hopefully um I'll get chosen for that one because I would love to be able to take a Mark Webb class. But Kelly Ablard will be presenting one mid-conference. So all of the speakers will be Thursday, and then Friday is sort of like a mid-conference kind of thing where you can choose different things to do. So not only will she have this option, I believe there's going to be some workshops. I'm not familiar with this aromatherapist, but there's also a post-conference master class, but those are extra costs, and I don't know what they are yet. Maybe on the 14th, they'll let us know. And where are the workshops? Oh, the workshops are here. So these are the people that will be in the workshop. One of the workshops, you will actually be able to see steam distillation. So they will be distilling oils on the grounds. And so, yeah, these are some of the things that will be taking place. So, um, if you are near North Carolina or um, let's see. Now I can't do anything. This bar in the way. Whatever. I guess I think I can take that off. Okay, so you all able to see that, right? Okay, so now let's go back to the slides after I told you a little bit about the events. So now I gotta stop screen share. I tell you, I think someone is messaging my phone. So let me make sure. I don't see anybody was trying to get admitted into the room. I should have just had it open. I think I'll do that next time. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the educational opportunities that you will have. This is the number one educational opportunity that I wanted to share with you, and that is the Research Academy. The AIA received, let me look at this message to make sure nobody's trying to get in. Oh no. Oh, this person forgot. Oh well. So one of the things that the Research Academy, they earned a grant from the Gadafatse Foundation, and they have been um, presenting a series of presentations on YouTube. And I forgot to go to that YouTube channel, but I believe you'll be able to pull the link from that Academy website when we go to it. But anyway, this Research Academy um, have about a year's worth of training videos that's absolutely free that will help you in your aromatherapy business. There is designed to help you to figure out what to do with your certificate. Most of the time, if people do not already have a modality or a business already to incorporate their aromatherapy in it, sometimes people just sit and then they don't move forward. So this program is designed to help to train you into becoming more of an aromatherapist and to train you in what we do. So the YouTube videos can be for anyone in aromatherapy that need this extra training. And it's probably more on a higher level of training than someone that's new. Now, the mentoring program, which was started at the end of last year around November, and I hopped on just to see what it was about because it was basically mentoring you to learn how to write a case study. Not only that, just not only a case study, but how to create an article that will be published in the Aromatics in Action Aromatherapy Journal. They need contributors. So whether you do want an article on case studies or if you've done articles in the past, uh, they need contributors. So that is an open opportunity for anyone that's in aromatherapy to be able to be published. But with this academy, they will be starting a new class on case studies. And once you've gone through this 4-week class, then you can it's going to help you to transition your case study into an article, and then the article can be published in the journal. So this is a free opportunity to get training, to become a professional, and in a sense, become an expert. And, I, I think people that come from 'cause I know some of you come from HBN, and they always have this testimonials call. And the testimonials call, like when people start talking about what the oils did for them or for a person that they used them on, that's basically a case study. And those of you who were in my class, you got like a little basic outline on how to write a case study. It's just basic information. And um, what you can do with that little basic form is transition it into a whole article. And this mentoring program will show you exactly how to do that. And it's like amazing. I mean, 2 or 3 people already got their articles, and they're going to be published in the next journal. And so Dr. Bruce here gave me an additional challenge that not only am I going to have to present my case study as an article for I think the spring journal, but I'm challenged to do 2 more case studies and transition it into a poster, because I'll have a case study series that will be presented at the conference. So that's what I'll be working on. So if you happen to see me in that class, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on a case study series so that I can make a poster board, because I've never made a poster for a conference or anything. So um this is, I'm telling you, this is top-notch training. If you are a teacher and you teach aromatherapy courses, or you have your own course or school, you could take this mentoring program and add value to the package that you are sharing with people, because this is like, it's going to be 12 months of free training because it's done with grant funding. So I will show you the website that you can go to sign up, and this also will be in the link. Other opportunities, not only a journal contributor, but you can also be a community leader, um, as a state, area, or global rep. Your information will go in the journal. It will go on the website. And all you doing is just bringing together people that's in your state. That's it. You may send them a welcome letter, let them know I'm here to help you when they join as a member of the AIA. And then also, like this lady here, she is going to start a aromatic, well, she's already been doing the aromatic book club via webinar, which is open to the public, I believe. Let me double check that, because I'm not sure, because this is um a part of the AIA back office. And I don't know if it's open to the public during the live portion and only the members can see the recording if they can't make the live. But this is one, I've seen her do this or advertise this in the news, in the emails. But this is the first time she had a book that I'm personally interested in. So I think I might actually join this club too. basically you choose they choose a book, and then um we read, I guess. I don't know. I've never really been part of a book club, so this should be interesting. Um, One of the things you can also do is be a webinar speaker. In 2023, I was a webinar speaker, and this was the same year I joined the AIA, but they asked me to be a speaker the year prior. And so you don't necessarily have to be a part of the AIA to be a webinar speaker. And one of the committees that I serve on is the educational committee, and our responsibility is to book the speakers. So if anyone's interested in becoming a webinar speaker, then you can reach out to me, and then I can give you the information that is needed for that. HPOC University also have this is I already told you that I'm going to be setting up my aromatherapy certification course. These are just a few of the certifications and degrees that you can get through HPOC, or Holistic Professionals of Color, and they call it HPOC University. So we're going to go to the website on that in just a second. Um, the third project that I'll be working on, or collaboration, would be with Jerby Go. She is now the president of the AIA. So we have three new board members, I think a new secretary, and we have a new president of the AIA. So it is becoming more and more diverse. Mimi Russell, I think she's from Panama, the country Panama. And so we have and she's also the Latin rep, global rep. And then Jerby is the global rep for the Philippines. So we are becoming more and more diverse. So that's good news. So Jerby, when she became, right before she became president, she wanted to do a one-on-one with all of the board members so that we could see how we can work together as a team. She wanted to get to know us a little bit more and our background. And when she found out about my chronic pain specialty, she asked if I would teach a course on chronic pain, and she would have it listed on her website at the Aromatherapy Institute of the Philippines. And so, and I told her about my commitments. So this summer, I will probably be able to get a presentation, or a course together for chronic pain. I don't know if we're going to have a certificate course, or if, I haven't worked that out yet. But um, the main conditions that we're going to be discussing, or that I'm going to be teaching on, are migraines, shingles, and fibromyalgia. And of course, fibromyalgia is going to encompass a lot more than just fibromyalgia because of the associated illnesses that come with it. And I have an opportunity, if I am chosen with this group, that we applied with our organization to go to an international convention. And we so far have a pending selection to go to Thailand. So when Jerby found out that I was going to perhaps be in Thailand in December of 2026, she said, the Philippines is just a 3-hour flight to Thailand. And I mean, it's just a 3-hour flight to the Philippines from Thailand. So I'm like, She said, maybe you can come to the school. And so if this transpires, if this happens, if we're selected to go, then I'm just too close to her not to go visit her school. So I will probably go up a few days earlier before I meet my the people from my convention group and go visit the Philippines and then go to my convention group and do the tour stuff that we plan on doing. But yeah, some wonderful opportunities. So I also have Jerby's website um, in the links at the end. And if you haven't found her podcast, she has a podcast on pretty much all platforms. I listen to Spotify, but she pretty much has it on other platforms also, I believe. But she interviews quite a few aromatherapists and some big name people, and then also they talk about other stuff. So check that out. So these are the links if you want to take a snapshot of that, because I don't have a handout. I'm going to leave that up, give you a chance to do that. If you're, of course, if you're watching the recording, you can always just pause it. So I'm going to stop share so that I can share with you some of those websites that I was referring to. I might have closed it out. You don't need that. Here's the Research Academy. So you'll have a link to the Research Academy. I don't know why my internet's been acting up too. It's not loading stuff right for the last few days. It's been like that. But if you're interested in joining the Research Academy, you will sign up here. It will just be like a little Google Docs form, like a little Google form. And you would send that back to them. And then they will put you in the system and you'll receive emails from them letting you know the Zoom link. And then you'll also get handouts. But usually you're going to get the handouts at the end because what they do is kind of take notes um, while we're going through the process. And so those notes are valuable. You can just take those and put them in a virtual folder and just click on links, and it's like all kinds of resources. Let me see if this is the YouTube channel. I think it is. No, no, it says a montage. I'm not playing no 12. But it probably is the YouTube channel. So probably after you finish watching this, you'll see that it'll be, but I don't have time to look for that. But at least you know what the Research Academy is of the AIA. And then if that's not the link to that, you can look that up. Why do I have this right here? Okay. So the Research Academy, so let's go back. Oh, the Holistic Professionals. Yes, this is the HPOC University. So those of you who were interested in doing the certification course, the first course that will be launched, which we'll talk more about on January 25th, will be like a 50-hour course that will be listed on HPOC University. And so this year, they put all of their aromatherapy courses in the aromatherapy division. So you will have, say, explore the School of Aromatherapy. So it takes you to the school, and these are all of the different courses that you can take. These are the short courses. They are not certification courses. They're just extra learning. So you can go through and kind of look at the different ones. Um, so most of the time people, when they take these, then they're, already certified and they're just adding, um, just sort of enhancing what they already have. So now that I'm adding multicultural aromatherapy certification course to the mix, this is where the initial course of 50 hours will be listed. And it will be a self-paced. Like I said, it's usually a 8 week course. I mean, it may give you 8 weeks, but I mean, it'll probably be 3 weeks of material, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, 1 hour videos, and then you'll have your handouts and homework and a list for the full course. So if you want to kind of keep going with this to get your full certification, then we will be setting the dates for that at a later date. But if normally what I do is do mines in the spring. Um, and so it won't last as long as some of you that are on here that have already taken my course, and it sort of like went into like 9 weeks or whatever. Well, we're going to kind of cut that time down for the live portion, because some of the information I'm going to transition into the one that's going to be on the website that will be more of a self-pace. And then um, also some of the things that I have in my original course will be taken out that's elective, and there will be videos done separately so that you can watch it in your own time, either before or after you've completed the course. Because some of the things that I do teach were not required was not required information from the organizations, but it was information that I felt you needed. And so it made the course longer. And so some of the business portion um, will be transitioned into the HPOC system so that you could take a course. So like this gets into, like I said, we're going to come up with it with the full thing in time, and you will know everything that will be required. But the initial start is going to be here. And it's just going to be like an aromatherapy 101, let's get started course for 50 hours. And um, the normal prices for these shorter courses I think she usually lists them for $149, every day. And then she also has an after-pay option as well. But she always runs specials, especially when we introduce a course. So that particular course, um, I'm pretty sure the introductory offer will be a lot less than that. But it's like I said, it's only 50 hours and it's going to help get you started. The reason why I'm listing this program with this university is because it is a nonprofit organization. It is also an accredited school. They have people who have master's degrees, PhDs, bachelor's degrees that are running this program, these programs. Also, if you don't have a modality in aromatherapy, but you just love the oils, but you want to be able to legally practice it, they have all of the other courses that are also practitioner courses, modality type courses that you can take along with the aromatherapy course, or you could finish the aromatherapy course since the second portion will be taught live. Once you finish that, then you may want to, choose the modality that you want to take after that. If you want to do one of the degree programs where you can, do, the bachelor's, master's, and PhD, go for it. This is an open opportunity. So that's reason one. Reason number two. First, it's a nonprofit, so I'll be able to keep the costs low as usual. And then two, you have other modalities that can help you in your business. And then the third reason is because I'm not going to be teaching this for the rest of my life. And um, I've noticed that sometimes when some people in aromatherapy, when they are no longer here, sometimes their legacy died with them. Some of these programs are really expensive, and there's some people that just don't have the money, but they want to learn so bad. And that was one of the reasons why I always had a not-for-profit program. I just made enough to where it was worth my time to teach it. And so I want to keep that legacy going, especially for people of color and also stay-at-home moms who don't, who would find it difficult, or their husband would not understand if the wife asked for $2,000 or $3,000 for an aromatherapy program. This is something that you could use, you know, your grocery money, take 20 out of it to be able to start your learning. So this is the reason why I wanted to list my certification course so that this can keep going. Other people can learn from it. Other people can become teachers off of it, even after I'm gone. And it still will be in the hands of a place where it'll be affordable for some of the people who won't be able to pay the for the big dollar courses. So, how did you like what you've heard about how the industry is transitioning? While I take a look at the questions here. So, you said, I just need help on how to monetize and also some courses to take to formulate products. Okay. I don't think HPOC has anything on formulation, but a good start is the Tisserand Institute for formulating products. I actually took their hair course. They had a course on hair. In fact, I got two tests I need to finish with them. It was so fun. But they had a formulator that he's used for years. Her name, I think, is Lisa Anderson. And when she found out that I made honeysuckle infused oil, we almost just went into this like conversation and nobody else was on the webinar. Um, the Tisserand Institute has so much information on it. They have a formulators course. They have, excuse me, they have a wonderful blog that's full of information that will help get you started on that. There's also another formulator. Her name is Kayla Floriani. She is one of the speakers that we went down the list there at the AIA conference. So she'll be one of the speakers there. I heard her speak last year, and she has a product line called Oology, but she's also like a sort of like a co-packer. She formulates products for people, and they could put their own labels on it. And she does not have a high unit volume like some of the other, like a big manufacturer. So that's also an option. if you don't want to formulate it yourself, you want to work with her on what you're trying to make, and then she be your formulator. And then you know that the products that she's using are natural. She's an aromatherapist. She's always used quality product. So that could be an option also. But if you do have ideas yourself, then I would recommend Lisa Anderson at the Tisserand Institute. And if you go to their courses, let me see here. Uh, share screen a little bit here. Let's go with Tisserand. Tisserand Institute. He has a good course on aromatherapy safety. Let's see where their courses are, beauty classes. They also have like some courses that are short, like single workshops. Like here's one called Good Formulation Practice. This could get you started. It's only $39 for that one. um, Making a lavender hand bar. So these are some of the single um, courses. I'm thinking this here calculation, it may be a part of formulating. Yes, it's just some. So these are some of the things. Now, if you wanted to get certified in it, they got one coming up in March about healthy skin. But the formulation code, see, they launch them at a certain time because some of these courses are recorded. Um, and so you'll watch them until they get ready to update them. But even with the recording, they will have a live Q&A the same week that you're supposed to be doing that particular course. So here we go, formulating gels and serums. So in 2026, they always lay everything out. So you'll know. But that hair care course is so cool. I really, really enjoyed that. I learned a lot, some things that I did not know. And I'm not finished with it. They had some like final exams and I have to do that. So yeah, you'll get a certification afterward. So these are the ones that you will get a certification. So this is a good thing to put on your resume also, is the fact that you've been certified through the Tisserand Institute in that particular, you know, um, course that you wanted to take. So here you got formulation, oils, butters, waxes. So it just depends on what you're trying to formulate. And the other person, I don't know. I'll just put her name in. I don't know how to spell that first one. She did have a book. I had given you guys a link. Some of Tiara, the one that asked the question. I put in that little chat that we're in. I can't pronounce her name for. I don't I forgot. Let's try that and see what happens. There she is. It's Kayla. Yeah, there it is. Kayla Floriani. So I guess you can just go to her name, Kayla Floravanti. And so, but she has two books actually also on aromatherapy business. And one of them I had given you guys a link to that you could download for free on Amazon. So I don't know if it's still available, but if you go and look in the chat, you can go and click on it and see if it's still free. But either way it goes, it looks like her Kindle is really cheap. So these are some of the things that So those are two resources for you. So let me see here. Margie says, I would need to find a way to expose your company, want to continue to grow as an aromatherapist. Would love to have my own natural body care line. Okay, hopefully that information can help you also, Margie. Uh, would love to find a company that will help me keep my formula all natural and stay motivated. Yeah, so Kayla would be that person on that to help keep it all natural. Okay. Did you get that, Margie? I see you said, can you spell her name? Let me see. Let me go back to the website. Let me just go to the website and just see. I'll just put it in the chat. So in case the people who are, I don't know, people who see the recording will see that, but here we go. So there she is. Let me go back to the Tisserand Institute and put that in the chat so you guys can have that. Any other questions? Anything that we can do in aromatherapy to help you? What do you think is missing? Or is the AIA coming up with some ideas to help people along, you know? And it's going to be more, trust me. They're actually in talks of trying to find more grant funding so that they can keep the mentoring sessions going. If yeah, please reach out to me if you're interested in that. Um, and well, um, let me pull up these are the websites. And this is how you can reach me: multiculturalaromatherapy.com, aromatherapyheritage.com, multiaromastudio@gmail.com. So Instagram is at multicultural aromatic. And then if you want to send me a message in Messenger on Facebook, is Ronnie Veronica Easterlin Thomas. So I don't mind doing the Facebook friends if you're not already, and I don't mind Facebook Messenger. That's if you want to reach me fast, Facebook Messenger would be the way to go. Okay, well, I enjoyed our conversation here, so I hope to hear from you soon. If you have any further questions, you can reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer them for you. And thank you for attending. And I look forward to seeing you January 25th so that we can talk about African American aromatherapists. Thanks and have a great evening.